Good afternoon from the Studio 45 newsroom as MBT News headquarters here in my lovely bedroom. Nice to be with you all. I'm Aubrey Patmonoputri. Well, this afternoon, Dian Harapan's high school starts their new Less Carbon campaign led by their own students. It's good to know schools are supporting their students to pay more attention to the environment. Speaking of environment, the Less Carbon campaign was originally created to spread further awareness about the global warming happening right now. Here are some facts about it, brought to you by one of the school students, Alin. Hello everyone, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Alin and I'm one of the students from Dian Harapan High School. Allow me to explain to you why global warming is so important to us and why do you have to pay attention to it. Well, first of all, global warming is not a new thing for our lovely Earth. In fact, they've been friends for a long time. It is normal for the climate to fluctuate, but lately the global temperature has risen unusually fast. This phenomenon is called the global warming. As I have said before, this issue has been happening since the 18th century, but it wasn't a popular news yet until the year 1827 when a French scientist initiated a theory called the greenhouse effect. So why is this issue so important? Well, because we're actually the main cause of it. It all started when the Industrial Revolution began, and over time the situation got even worse. The climate change that is caused by global warming has consequences for our oceans, our health, our food sources, and our weather. So, let's make a change. Through this Less Carbon campaign, we hope that we can make people realize how important caring for our planet is and how the future is in our own hands. Let's reduce the effects of global warming and make a change for a better environment. That is all for me. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Back to you, Aubrey. Well, there you go, folks. It is not a secret or a hoax that global warming is happening right this moment. But what's the history of it? What caused this phenomenon? Well, as we all know, our planet has its own personal blanket called the atmosphere. The atmosphere acts as a shield protecting the Earth from the most harmful and energetic sun rays. But at the same time, it also traps heat inside the Earth so we won't freeze. The atmosphere absorbs 19% of the sunlight, and the remaining 30% is reflected back into space. This can occur due to a phenomenon in the atmosphere called the greenhouse effect, which is carried out by the greenhouse gases such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrogen oxides, and ozone. These greenhouse gases warm the Earth by absorbing infrared rays, so the more greenhouse gases there are, the more heat gets trapped inside the Earth, causing global warming. This issue began when the Industrial Revolution started in the year of 1712. The Industrial Revolution itself is a change in the production system from human power to machine power. Since the Industrial Revolution, humans have released more than 1.5 trillion tons of carbon dioxide into the Earth's atmosphere. In 2019, we still spent around 37 billion more. That's 50% more than the year 2000 and nearly tripled as much as 50 years ago. Here are some data about the global carbon dioxide gas emissions and the global temperature anomaly from the year 2010 to 2019. As you can see from the data, the global temperature follows the development of carbon dioxide gas emissions. The average volume of carbon dioxide gas emissions from the year 2010 to 2019 is 1.7 times 10 to the power of 11 meter cubic, which equals to 68,000 Great Pyramids of Giza. And over time, the impact of global warming is getting worse and more visible. Other causes of global warming can include depletion of the ozone layer caused by excessive CFC gas, deforestation, transportation, excessive use of electricity, livestock production, and consumptive behavior. In the end, the main cause of global warming is done by humans themselves. This is a terrifying situation, and without any actions, there will be no differences or changes happening soon. At the United Nations headquarters on September 25, 2015, world leaders officially endorsed the Sustainable Development Goals Agenda as a global development agreement. These goals were made to end poverty, reduce inequality, and to protect the environment. Global warming is also one of the things to be eradicated through these Sustainable Development Goals. As a response to this global issue, Indonesia officially enacted a presidential regulation that aims to fulfill their commitment to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which the government says is in line with its own national development agenda. On December 15, 2018, Indonesia sent several delegations to attend the COP24 International Climate Conference, which took place in Poland. One of the delegates, the Minister of the National Development Planning Agency, Bambang Brojonegoro, said that Indonesia is still focusing on the objectives of the Paris Agreement, where it is hoped that we can reduce emissions by 26% and by 2030 it will reach 29% or even up to 41% if supported by the international community. To achieve the Sustainable Development Goals of 2030, the Indonesian government prepares low-carbon development policies in the form of preventing deforestation, replanting forests, improving environmental quality, both water and air, improving agricultural productivity without having to expand land, and encouraging renewable energy and energy conservation. These policies are in accordance with the 1945 Constitution of the Republic of Indonesia and the values of Pancasila. A few days ago, I had a talk with my friend and I asked her opinion on global warming as a Christian. She gave me permission to record this phone call, and here are some of the things she said.
I think that all of God's creation is essentially good. In all of His creation, He establishes a structure of balance and interdependence between one creation and another. Humans are given a mandate by God to conquer and control the earth and its contents. This means protecting the earth and everything in it and using it without destroying it. He gave us the ability to use the environment for our own well-being and not do destructive activities such as deforestation, dredging sand that causes abrasion, or littering. We have to live as children of light who do not follow those destructive behaviors and instead invite others to start protecting the earth. God has given us a very good place to live, so as a response we must obey His commands and be grateful by maintaining, not destroying, and protecting the nature around us.
That was a recording of me and my friend's phone call. Now let's talk about Earth Hour, an annual program created by Worldwide Fund for Nature that invites people around the world to turn off their lights and electrical appliances that are not in use for 1 hour. This program is the public's response to global warming. Earth Hour started in 2007 in Sydney, Australia. At that time, 2.2 million homes and offices turned off their lights as their action against climate change. In 2008, Earth Hour became a global movement with 50 million participants from 35 countries. This number grew to 88 countries in the year 2009. Now 172 countries have participated in Earth Hour, including Indonesia, which have participated since 2009. As many as 30 cities in the archipelago have taken part in effort to save the Earth. Indonesia is actually one of the most active participants on social media. Entrepreneurs also play an important role in developing climate technologies and face challenges in undertaking successful innovations in this field in all countries. For example, Gloria Asari Edu, an entrepreneur that developed an innovative way of turning bamboos into charcoal. Compared with firewood and other fossil fuels, her bamboo briquettes burn longer, produce more heat, and are smokeless. This solution helps to preserve forests, cut emissions, and reduce the health risks associated with indoor fires. Gloria is the founder and the owner of Global Bamboo Products. Since 2015, the Technology Executive Committee has analyzed how to accelerate and scale up technological innovations in order to achieve the purpose and goals of the Paris Agreement and the Sustainable Development Goals. Technological innovation is a key catalyst of efforts to implement national climate action. The Paris Agreement explicitly refers in Article 10 to the need for such innovation. In the 2030 Agenda for the Sustainable Development, technological innovation is mentioned under several of the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly Goal 7, which is affordable and clean energy, Goal 8, which is decent work and economic growth, Goal 9, which is industry, innovation, and infrastructure, and Goal 17, partnerships for the goals. While the rapid rate of climate change is caused by humans, humans are also the ones who can fight it. Global warming is almost impossible to stop, but we can still slow it down by taking actions. If we work to replace fossil fuels with renewable energy sources such as solar and wind, which don't produce greenhouse emissions, we might still be able to prevent some of the worst effects of global warming. Let's all protect and take care of the earth so that our world is maintained. There's more information you can see anytime on the MBT News website. You can reach me and most of the team on Instagram. I'm MBT News' Aubrey Patmonoputri. Thank you for watching.